Ethan arrived not in silk, not with jeweled hands, but with the honest wear of work and war. A poor boy with the posture of a shield. He was the city's warrior, the kind of brave that doesn't perform, the kind that stands even when standing costs everything. Escher received him in the throne room, where gold curled around pillars like proud serpents, where stone lions guarded the steps, and silver crowns glittered inside glass cases like captured suns. "I want your girl," Escher said, the words casually cruel, as if stealing love were no different than stealing bread. Ethan's answer came clean as steel. "No." The room inhaled. The council looked down. The guards tightened their grips. Escher rose, fury smooth and dangerous. "You think you can refuse a king?" Ethan stepped forward, voice louder than fear. "You think you can burn a city and call it rule?" His gaze cut through the palace shine. "Your crown is not gold, Escher. It's ash pretending." Escher's hand snapped out. An order, a threat, a command shaped like violence. "Take him to the Sulfur works." The guards moved, then stopped. Something shifted in their faces. Not rebellion at first, but memory. Memory of cages. Memory of smoke. Memory of a good king whose mercy had been thrown into fire. Escher turned, shocked. "You will obey!" But the guards did not move. Because fear, when stretched too long, eventually tears. Escher lunged at Ethan, and found that cruelty is not the same as strength. The warrior's hands were fast, his stance grounded, his will anchored in something Escher had never learned. Love that doesn't kneel. They fought like thunder in a palace of glass, like storm against rotten wood. Escher stumbled, scrambling for help, for guards, for power, for the world to say yes. But the world finally said nothing. Ethan seized him, dragged him to the sulfur works, past the iron doors that hissed with heat, past the furnace mouth glowing like judgment. Escher screamed promises, threats, bargains, but the flame did not negotiate, and Ethan did not tremble. He looked at the tyrant, and saw the cages. He saw the stones. He saw the city's silence. Then he did what fear had delayed. Escher fell into sulfur fire, not as a king, but as a warning. And when Ethan returned, Gildhollow did not cheer at first. It simply exhaled, as if breathing had been illegal. The palace still stood, silver, gold, and stone, but now its beauty belonged to the people again, not to a boy who hated the sun. Dawn rolled over rooftops. Fountains sounded like forgiveness. Children spoke loudly in the streets, and the sky, for the first time in ages, looked clean. Yet far away, at the sulfur works, a last ribbon of smoke rose slowly, like a question no flame ever answers. Final cliffhanger. Because sometimes the fire dies, but the ember remembers.